Hey guys, Diamond here. Today we're gonna be doing the would they say the N-word Homestuck tier list. Okay, so this tier list, I made this right now, and pretty much this tier list is gonna determine. This is for newcomers to Homestuck, by the way. If you're recently getting into it because I like the comics getting like re-uploaded on Hussey's website or because of the pilot. I don't care why you're getting into it. This is just this is for those who are just getting into the comic. So if you are just getting into the comic and you wanted to know what characters in Homestuck would say the N-word, this video is for you. Okay, so starting off, we have John Egbert. Did John Egbert say the N-word? Yes, I do think he said the N-word, but I think he said it once and he didn't know what it meant, and then he learned what it meant, and then he felt bad afterwards, and he never said it again. So I don't think John's racist. He was just ill-informed. Next we have John's Dad Egbert. I don't think Dad Egbert actually said the N-word. I don't think Dad Egbert would do that. I think he didn't realize that he had to tell his son what the N word meant, and that's listen. He should be informing his son more on the racial history between that word, just in case he does find out what it is. But I feel like he would never say it. Next up, Nana Egbert. I also don't think Nana Egbert would say the N word. I think Nana Egbert is a sweet lady, and I don't think she would ever say anything like that. Next up, we have Rose. I don't think Rose would say the N word either, but I do definitely think that she could. I think Rose is a black coded character in Homestuck. I think many people agree. The same goes for her mom. I think Mom Lalonde could say the N word, but I just think she doesn't. But yeah, I definitely do think that they could say the N word. They just choose not to. Okay, next up we have Dave Strider. Dave definitely said the N-word a lot when he was younger, but as he grew up, he eventually grew out of it, and he probably cringes on it a lot. I'm actually positive that Hussey made him say the N-word in like Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff on his like blog website. So I definitely know for a fact that Dave has said the N-word. Next up, Bro Strider. I think Bro Strider definitely does say the N-word, and I think he actually says it so frequently that it's a part of his like modern like vocabulary. I think Dave's brother frequently goes on the Xbox Live parties and in COD matches. He constantly calls his teammates and opponents the N-word. So that's kind of not cool. I don't think he should be doing that. But Bro Strider's objectively not the greatest character moral wise, so I don't think it really matters all that much. Next up we have Jade. I don't think Jade would say the N-word. I think Jade is pure of heart. I think she also doesn't know what that word means, but it's okay because if she did know what it meant, she would never say it. Grandpa Harley definitely has said the N-word before. I just get like major racist vibes off of him. I don't really trust him too much. I think Grandpa Harley is pretty shit, and I think he definitely would say the N-word. Becquerel, he would not say the N-word because he's a dog, and I don't think he cares. Next up, we have a Wayward Vagabond. I don't think Wayward Vagabond knows like what the N word is, and I think he actually would find out if he read the book of the book of being respectful. But he ate all the pages, so he probably ate the page that contained what the N word was, and I personally I don't think I don't think he would have even read the page. I think he would have just eaten it. Um, Spade Slick would definitely say the N word. I think Spade Slick would say the N word, and he would say it once, but he would say it with like not he wouldn't say it the hard R. He would say it with a soft A, and I think he would get away with it too. Um, Next up we've got Hearts Boxcars. I think he actually also said the N word just because he saw Spades do it. And afterward, he probably said it once and he never said it again, so he probably won't do it again. You don't gotta worry about that. Next up, we got Diamonds Droog. I don't think Diamonds Droog has said the N word ever. I don't think he will. I think he knows what he is. He knows what the N word is, definitely, but he would never say it, and he doesn't like when other people says it. I think he's better than that, and he knows he's better than that, so he would never say that. Clubs Deuce also knows what the N word is, kinda. He doesn't really understand it completely, but I think he knows it's bad enough not to say. Okay, next up we have Carcat Vantas. He's one of the trolls. Carcat has definitely said the N word once, but I think he said it to John, and then John explained what the N word was to him, and then he felt really bad, and then he pretended not to feel bad, but then he came back later and asked him if they were still friends, even though he said the N word, and John said, "Yeah, just don't do it again," and Carcat said, "Okay, I won't, I promise." Next up we have Gamzee. I think Gamzee definitely would say the N word, hard R all the time. Um, when he's sober. But when he's high on the sober slime, I do think Gamzee says it with a soft A. But I think definitely Gamzee would say the N word hard R. Next up we have Terezi. I don't think Terezi would say the N word. I think she doesn't necessarily care all that much, and I think she like I think I don't see her as a character who would be like throwing the N word around. And you know what? God bless her for that. I love Terezi, and I think she's one of my favorite characters in the comic. And if you're new, I think you'll like her too. But I'm just letting you know right now, I don't think Terezi would ever say the N word. So in case you were wondering, no, you're in the clear to like this character. Terezi most likely has never said the N word and most likely never will. Solix also does not say the N word. Solix is afraid of saying the N word. He doesn't want to do it, and he got mad at Carcat when he said the N word because he was there too, I think, and he was like, Carcat, don't say that. And then next up we have Tavros. I think Tavros also says the N word, but he says the N word like whenever he's doing a rap battle with Gamzee or Dave. I think Tavros doesn't necessarily I don't think Tavros is racist. I think he just says the N word, to be honest. I don't think he's racist though. So as long as, listen, just don't hold it against him. He's a victim of circumstance, and um sorry about that. I don't think he would say the N. I don't no, I think he would say the N word, but I don't think he'd mean it. Next up we have Aradia. I don't think Aradia would say the N word either. I think Aradia is very sweet. I think she's very polite. She's a polite person. Um, I don't think she would say the N word at all ever, and I love that for her. I think she's awesome. Next up is Nepeta. I think Nepeta has never said the N word, but I think Mulin has. Put the image of the Mulin Groiper art on screen, heavily censored, of course. Yeah, you see, I think Mulin has said the N word. You don't know who that is if you're new and you haven't gotten past Act like 5, Act 2. But Nepeta, I don't think Nepeta would say the N word. I think Nepeta is also very sweet. I don't think she would do that. Vriska, however, I think Vriska would definitely call John the N word, and then John would call her out and say, Vriska, you shouldn't say that. And then Vriska would be like, come on, John, it's never that serious. And then he'll be like, okay, I don't call me that though, still, please. And then she'll be like, all right, whatever you want, baby. And then next up is Equius Zahak. I think Equius would only call low bloods the N word, but any high blood he would never call them the N word. I think Equius radiates a little bit of racist energy, and you know what? I personally don't like that all that much. But I think he would never call Nepeta the N word, so I think that's what matters. He would never call Nepeta the N word, but I think he is a little bit racist. Next up is Kanaya. Kanaya would never say the N word. I think Kanaya is a very polite person as well. I don't see hate in her heart. I think her girlfriend is literally black. I don't think she would say it. Even if Rose said, "Come on, you could say it. I'm black," she'd be like, "No, that's okay." Kanai would never say the N word, and I think she's awesome for that. Eridan would say the N word, and I think Eridan sucks, and I think he's the world's. I actually think he's the worst. Um, I think he said the N word multiple times instead of I know I think he said it multiple times in front of the other trolls, and I feel like they all were just like they were like very uncomfortable, and they don't necessarily like him too much because of his racist tendencies. And I personally, I just don't think he would. I don't think he would feel bad for saying it either. I think he's kind of an asshole. Feferi, I think Feferi also has said the N word, but I think she said it once when asking what the N word actually meant, and after she learned what it was, she never said it again. And you know what? Good for her. I'm glad she's not racist. I think Gio would say it though. He 100% would say that shit.